This is Run It Back with RJ Broadhead.
Great to have you listening to Run It Back this week. It always is better after a victory. Tiger Cats picked up their third win of the season last Friday in Ottawa. It was low scoring. It was close, but it was good enough to get to 3 wins. A crucial win to catch Ottawa and win the season series against the Red Blacks. That win became even more important when Montreal beat Calgary on Sunday. So that East Division is tight this year. Toronto's dominant at 6-0. Hamilton, Montreal, and Ottawa all have 3 wins. And the Tiger Cats play Montreal on Saturday. Malik Carney, who had a big game against Ottawa, knows all wins are important, but especially against East Division opponents.
That's the number one objective is win. If we win by 30 or if we win by 1 point, the win is the most important. And obviously we want to, not make it close, but every team is talented. They have players. They make plays. It's about who can make the least amount of mistakes and who can make the most plays. So again, we just focus on this next game in preparation, and eyes is on Fajardo, see what containing him and just getting him down.
Kai Locksley, who scored his first touchdown as a Tiger Cat, has experience playing in the West Division and now in the East Division.
It's definitely been interesting because my rookie year being on the West side, I always kept hearing about how hard the West was and how kind of easy the East was. And then, this year I come over to the East with this team, and, I haven't seen that at all. I honestly feel like, the talent level on the East is probably a little bit higher this year. So definitely been interesting and fun, competitive games.
Back to the win against Ottawa. The opposition scored first for the 3rd straight game. But that wasn't the only first that happened. The Tiger Cats were able to take the lead with their first touchdown this season in the first quarter. And it was the first touchdown as a Ticat for Duke Williams. Far from a first for Mark Leggio, he kicked his 16th consecutive field goal as a member of the Tiger Cats, and they led 9-6 at the half. It was just the second time the Tiger Cats have had the lead at the half, but it's a good sign because they've won both of those games. The second half featured the Ticats' biggest play of the season. Third-string quarterback Kai Locksley had been inserted into a few plays. Once he stepped in at quarterback and Bo Levi Mitchell lined up at wide receiver, Locksley had a short run on that play. He was also used as a receiver a few times with little success until he broke one for a 75-yard touchdown.
This was my first week going back to receiver since last year with my old team, so definitely took a little second to kind of unplug the quarterback plug and kind of get my mind back on receiver mode. So I had a little bit of, adjustment and rust in that first half with the drop on the dig. And I was really down on myself. The receivers like Tim, Duke, Terry, and even Coach O, so I was kind of on my head, kind of really hold myself to a high standard to make a big play, and they just kind of said, stick with it, stay in it, you'll get going, where we're going to stick with you. And I caught the scramble first down, and then after that, my feet were kind of wet, and the confidence was back, and, they threw that bubble screen. I saw open green turf, and I just hit it as hard as I could. Kind of since I was little, I've always been a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm my own biggest critic, and sometimes, I take it a little too far, and, you got to kind of move on, wash it, and clear on to the next play. But it's definitely just competitive and passionate nature, man. Feel like with the abilities that I have, I can do something to help impact the team and help us win every game. I don't think I've actually ever had a receiving touchdown. I think that was probably, the first ever in my whole life. Now I can say I've thrown a touchdown, ran a touchdown, and caught a touchdown. So definitely a blessing for sure.
It's a touchdown hat trick for Kai Locksley. He's shown he can be a receiver. He's listed as a quarterback and wears number 89. Why number 89, Kai?
that is a product that's coming in mid-season, and all the numbers is already passed out. So they gave me 89. I said I'm gonna try to make it look as good as I can, whether at quarterback or receiver.
8 different players caught a pass for the Ticats. Duke led the way with 6 receptions. Terry Godwin followed his first 100-yard receiving game with 71 yards against Ottawa. Tim White caught 4 balls after that no-catch game against Toronto. James Butler had another quiet game on the ground, rushing for just 12 yards on 6 attempts. So following the 127-yard season high he had against Edmonton, Butler has registered just 14 yards against Toronto and 12 yards against Ottawa. Locksley had a rush for just 2 yards. The Ticats as a team rushed for 24 yards total in the game. Locksley knows the Ticats have to be better in the run game.
We all kind of understand being on offense, our whole lives, that the run game, opening that up, getting that going definitely opens up shots and explosive plays in the passing game. So, we definitely adamantly want to get that run game kind of back on the rails.
That Locksley touchdown was all the scoring the Tiger Cats had in the second half, but it was enough with the way the defense played. They held Ottawa to 12 points. That's the fewest points the Ticats have allowed this season. The D did not allow Ottawa to score a touchdown. First time they've been able to keep their opponents out of the end zone. And they did not allow Ottawa to score in the red zone. First time they have not allowed an opponent to score in the red zone this season. A big reason why the defense was so strong for the Tiger Cats against the Red Blacks was Malik Carney. He had 5 tackles and 2 quarterback sacks.
We're starting to gel. We're starting to gel together. We got a lot of new guys coming in from this past off season. So that gelling and chemistry is definitely starting to build and gel together. So I think we're starting to come. Things are starting to come to fruition. We're seeing it through. I'm gonna just say with all of those, just trust the process. Trust the process, the game plan. Fight, be relentless, and just continue to play into those double zeros. So I'm proud of our team, our defense of accomplishing those things. But we're driving our car, and when you're driving, you can't spend too much time in the rearview mirror. Got to look forward. So that's what we're focused on now. Our next game, Montreal, ready to attack them and get another win. Consistency is my thing. I say it to myself every day, just be consistent and, preparation, just ready to get out there and do what I can do.
Ottawa only had 16 first downs, another season low for the Ticats D. They held Ottawa to just 158 yards passing and limited the big running plays from quarterback Dustin Crum.
We know that he's a mobile quarterback. He likes to put his foot in the ground and get vertical. He was a guy that was going, come fourth quarter late in the game. He was going to put it all on his shoulders and make a play. And, we just did our job and did our best to contain him and get the quarterback down. He's a tough guy. I had to mention to him that he might want to go down, take them slides. He was taking a lot of hits, but, as he wished, us just playing together and, getting to the quarterback.
They also had 7 sacks, 1 for Stavros Katsantonis, Casey Sales, and Mo Diallo, and a pair from Trey Crawford, his first 2 of the season, and Malik Carney also had 2 to lead the team with 5 quarterback sacks on the season.
We got the talent. We got the guys up front that can get it done. Just communicating, just playing for one another. Every game is not going to be our game. It's a team sport. Each phase feed off each other. And, we're just going into the game, play by play, just willing to compete for each other and play relentlessly.
Bo Levi Mitchell had 353 yards passing, a season high for the Ticats. He also threw 5 interceptions, but there was a lot to like in his first game back in almost 5 weeks. But for the second time in 3 starts, Mitchell was unable to finish the game due to injury. On the second last play of the game, Mitchell suffered a lower body injury on a short yardage play. He's been placed on the 6-game injured list and is expected to return this season. The Tiger Cats will move on and be ready for Montreal on Saturday. It's their last game before their second bye of the season. It's a big game. The winner takes over second place in the East. There'll be lots of prep, lots of decisions for the coaching staff, And the Ticats Audio Network will have all the news and updates as the week progresses into game day Saturday at Tim Hortons Field. 7 o'clock is kickoff. As always, you can listen to the game at listen.ticats.ca.
This has been Run It Back with RJ Broadhead. If you like what you're hearing, give us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your audio content.